Hey, it's JC1424 once again with another race recap for the 2018 Core League season. This is race 5 at Martinsville, the Uncle Tom Cruise battle at Martinsville Speedway. So, yeah, some kind of Days of Thunder joke. Of course, as soon as the race starts off, get a little contact from behind by Erica Stepp. I was not at all surprised. I came to this race expecting lots of contact to be made, bumping and banging. You know, just a kind of a pinball machine race. And I intended to be very patient with it, like never just go assuming that one driver is just doing it on purpose. Until it got to the point where it was the same driver over and over again. I got fed up with that towards the end of the race, though. We'll see that in a few minutes. Yeah, buckle up. This is going to be the longest race recap of the season, probably just considering the fact that, you know, we got our cautions and a bunch of restarts and lots of passes that can be made with everything grouped all together. Raw Gator, he got rather tight off the corner and put IDK player in the wall, and then Eric got wrecked behind me. So things are stacking up, and I just don't even know what to do. But finally, things calmed down. I'm in 10th place. Got a run on Raw Gator off of turn 2. Put him in the wall. I'm just like not even giving him room. I guess I'm just trying not to oversteer off the corner and get loose and stuff, and I'm just being stupid about it. But yeah, went ahead and complete that pass. And then a few laps later, lap 12, caught up with Rusty Walrus. Dove to the inside yet again, and this time I actually made a clean pass. I didn't put him in the outside wall for no reason whatsoever. So, good on me for actually doing something right for once. Also, I'm driving this Halloween paint scheme because, you know, Halloween's only like, what, 9 months away, so it's no biggie. It's like, we're going to race this thing eventually. What Incarnation was falling a lap down, actually gave him the bumper on his end. Then Cody H Gaming, he's getting loose off of turn 4. He's sliding all over the darn place, and I didn't know where the hell to go, and that brought out the first caution of the race on lap 29. I'm surprised we went so long without a caution. It was just a big old green flag run. It was fun as the race started, but as it went on, I was behind Brendan by like 3 or 4 seconds, and I was beginning to wonder, nothing was happening. I would catch him, and then I'd lose him a little bit, and I was getting rather just bored of it all. Maybe there was better racing in other parts of the track, but for me, it just nothing was really going on. So, took a really relaxed restart right here. Got underneath Brendan. Car is getting loose, so was not able to complete the pass. Sometimes it just annoys me watching this car get loose off corners here. Looks like Joey Stone is getting loose through 3 and 4, and he's on the freaking curb and stuff, driving into Joseph, and Joseph gets into the inside wall because of that. But he catches up to me a few laps later as I completely overshoot turn 1, hitting Raw Gator again. I think if there's any driver that I accidentally crashed into more in this race would be Raw Gator than anyone else, of course. But yeah, I was faster than him. I just had to not be stupid around him all the freaking time. So I got to run. Didn't want to crush him against the wall again. Then we had another caution, and I took a pit stop under that one. Only got right sides, so came to this restart in 7th place. I mean, I took a pit stop at the other caution, the very first one. And that only lost me 1 position just because so many other people were pitting. Got Kamikaze Games in that awesome auto owner's paint scheme. Sad to say that he had internet problems and it DNF'd him out of the race and whatever. So I'm in 6th place now. I think the highest up that I ever got was 5th. Our main leaders were Ed, Winvow, What If, Joey Stone right here in the 12 car. I guess Joseph as well, along with Dale Reynolds, who's coming up behind me. But, yeah, I mean, he got his nose underneath because I guess I was under-driving the corner and then got a bump from behind by Joseph. I was like, okay, JC, you need to either speed up or let these guys by because you were just not racing around this track properly. I'm kind of trying not to bring out a caution, also trying not to overshoot the corner because then they get underneath me and then I'd be letting the pass by unwillingly. But it's like, might as well just doing it willingly anyways. So, sitting behind Joseph now and kind of ran behind him for quite a while. But then we had another caution at some point and another restart in 6th place on lap 49. So went high this time, trying to give Rusty Walrus room. I don't know what happened to him down there, but everything just started getting all piled up like 3 or 4 wide. Brittany gets knocked in the inside wall. They're all wrecking behind us. It's a big old pile up behind me. And there's another caution. I think this is the 4th caution of the race, or the 5th one. I don't even know how many we had in total, but this restart in 7th place. It might have been like 50 or 20. We've got so many cautions here that just looking at this footage, I'm like, I can't remember which one's which or like what happened in what order. So I'm trying not to mess up the commentary in my video, but I don't know why I'm trying. So just wait. I'm probably going to say something and be like, oh, wait a second. That's not this one. That's a different one. Got a good run off of turn 4, trying to clear Rusty Walrus on the outside. yet again, we're racing next to each other again. Some drivers, I'd be racing with up front and the back of the field because we always be on the same strategies, I suppose. So in 6th place, and then a caution came out in whenever time. So I took a pit stop and lost 7 positions. Restart in 13th place. Anybody that crashes into the back of my car, they could be a member of the Smashing Pumpkins because, like my back of my car's got pumpkins on it. I don't know. I was just thinking of that yesterday. I was like, Smashing Pumpkins joke. I don't know. So try not to run Darian Gilliam up the track. There's a lane open at the bottom, so I went ahead and took it. Got a push from Iceberg behind me though. Probably more aggressive than it needed to be. I think Brendan just completely overshot the exit of 4 right here because like 5 drivers got run to the outside wall. That brought out another caution. So I was like quickly deciding not to pit. But my AI drivers like freaking, what is it, bumper cars right now? Or all just running into each other? I don't know what it is. Sometimes these AI drivers don't know what the hell they're doing. If you turn damage on, I would like to know, is it possible for your AI driver to damage the car himself or what? 'Cause I think that can happen offline sometimes. I got bumped by Iceberg behind me, and I think he got like catapulted off the corner into the inside wall, but no caution came out. But in this situation, I got bumped from Eric, and that sent me onto the curb, and then he kind of finished me off. So I don't know if it was exactly my fault. I don't know what I could have done. Maybe I didn't try saving it properly. Like I was trying to turn to the left, but at the same time I was on the curb, so I didn't want to turn. I wanted to get off of it, didn't turn to the left, and I just didn't know what to do. Brendan right here in the 22 car, I could tell what happened to him as soon as it happened. He got really freaking loose because of his being in the wrong gear or whatever, and he spun his tires. And because of that, I wasn't even paying attention to the freaking corner in front of me, and I just ran What Incarnation over again. I remember just like listening back to his Discord or whatever, and he's just yelling, "Okay, JC," and I think this is where it started, was just me constantly fucking up around him. What Incarnation was actually pretty darn good at Martinsville. Like I remember whenever I caught up with him the first time, he was racing quite well, and I guess he had some situations at the beginning of the race, and that's why he was falling behind so much, was just getting involved in wrecks or getting bumped around and stuff like that. Rusty Walrus is all over the place. Eric, he got caught on the wall and whatever. Passed Carnation for 13th place. And then I think I cut off What Incarnation behind me without even knowing until I looked back at the footage. Rusty Walrus hit the curb right here and tossed me up the track. And apparently whenever I got loose off a corner, my decision was to wiggle the car back and forth. Just a bunch of unnecessary wiggles and whatever. That was embarrassing. So now I'm just racing it out side by side with Cody H Gaming for 13th place, and you figure on the outside that wouldn't work, and I was almost completing the pass. It's just the car was a little too tight, and I was like, if I get on the gas right now, I'd hit the wall. But I kept on trying for some reason, and I wasn't trying to pin him to the curb right here, but I was certainly still trying to complete the pass. I just wasn't doing it right, but got the position. It says I'm in 12th place, but a while ago it said I was in 14th place trying to pass the same guy. I don't know, I'm just looking at the position counter and getting all kinds of confused. Then hit the wall off the corner, because I'm still thinking that he's getting underneath me and I'm trying to pull away too much, just driving into the wall off the corner. But finally got that run off, caught up with Rusty Walrus again, big gain into turn 3, and then he got caught on the curb and I dumped him. I mean, he just stopped all of a sudden, and it was just kind of lost for words. I didn't know what the hell to do. And so a caution came out for that, 11th place, and then we're ready to go green again. I took a pit stop, so come to this one in 15th. So I probably just got 4 tires again. During one of these cautions, I decided to take my tire pressures all the way freaking down to like 20 or whatever, because I was like, I want to have a really short run car considering all these cautions. But then I eventually just changed it back because I was like, it's unnecessary. The car's not really going to improve that much. I want my tires to last longer so I don't have to pit. But yeah, everybody's just freaking wrecking off the corner right there a while ago, and I'm just getting pinned to the wall no matter what. Being patient, not running anybody over into the turn 1. Almost caught a turn 3. So there's Danny B. He actually got to participate in this race this time, and I really didn't see him that often, aside from I lapped him at one point, and when I saw him right here, I don't even know where he finished or whatever. Just didn't see him that often. I like his paint scheme though. I was almost over driving turn 1 right here, but I got bumped from Rusty Walrus, and that helped me finish it off. So, who is this? It's Caleb Hoffman got knocked in the inside wall. I think it's because Rusty Walrus is lagging or something, because he was just all over the freaking place. At one point late in the race, my internet started getting bad, and it was like everybody was just shifting all over the place, and it was making me nervous, and I didn't know what to do. But Looks like Cody H. Gaming overdrove turn 1. Got a pass on him right there. And then I was right behind IDK player, and I was prepared to make a pass on him. Looks like Jarrett overshot turn 3, and I bumped into IDK player. I think I did on my end, and that kind of forced him to put Iceberg in the wall. At least I thought that's what happened. I felt bad about it because I didn't know whether it was my fault or not, but looking back on IDK player's end, I wasn't up against his bumper. I guess he just got tied off, and that's just what happened. So, came to this restart on the inside. I'm guessing 13th or 11th place. Caleb Hoffman's running IDK player to the wall for whatever reason right now. Ugh, and I just got this massive push from Eric, IDK, and Jarrett all at once. It was like a 4-car chain. I was mashing the brakes and I couldn't do anything. It was just, my car just kept going straight. That was rough. Trying to give Caleb Hoffman room on the outside. And then tap the wall a little bit, running 12th. And then Eric got loose going to turn 3, so that gave me the opportunity to dive underneath Black Flags Matter right here. And I tried making the pass, but it was 3 wide, so I had to lie back because I didn't want to force everybody up there. And then, well, Eric overshot the corner. Darian Gilliam got pushed by Caleb Hoffman aggressively into turn 1, allowing me to make up like literally 3 positions at once. But then Caleb Hoffman ran me over too. This is kind of where it all began, was like the last 25 laps of the race or whatever. Caleb Hoffman was just running every freaking driver on the track over for every position. And that was only the first time. I think he did it like 3 more times before the end of this race. Iceberg kind of overshot turn 3 trying to stay in front of me. And, well, I was able to dive it off past him. And then I was behind Darian Gilliam about ready to make a pass, but I was kind of being patient, waiting for it. I wasn't getting to his bumper on this end, but I could tell on his end I was. I did not mean to do that. And he already hates me enough as is, so that sucked. And Caleb Hoffman was just freaking running IDK player in the wall for whatever reason for 9th place. So that allowed me to pass IDK. But this was it. I could tell IDK was pissed. He killed him. He killed him. I mean, I don't blame you. Like, that was a very severe reaction and everything. But I think a caution came out sometime later on. And we came to this restart still in 9th place with IDK on the outside. Caleb Hoffman is behind him. And he's still running him up the track and crap. Ugh, it's freaking ridiculous. And now he's behind me. I'm pretty scared at this point because I don't know what he's going to do. I can't remember which restart is which, like whenever Caleb Hoffman was just running people over. But yeah, this is where we started lagging. I couldn't tell, or not everybody else, but I was starting to get lag and I couldn't tell where other people were. Kind of frustrating to look at. Oof, wind valve got taken out, and I was like, okay, we're going to dive past this wreck. Same went with Raw Gator. My AI driver is getting loose in its turn 3. Holy shit, what a save. Okay, so we came to this restart on the outside, and looks like we've got 11 laps to go. Yes. Wow, a minute and 14-second lap time. Oh, these cautions take way too long. I wish we could just all skip them, but it never just like has everybody, you know, picking their options and then go. If like no one's pitting, then it just quickly says, okay, next restart. But had a caution right there, so I had to sit here for 40 seconds again. I think that all these 40-second waits for all these freaking cautions made this race like at least 5 to 10 minutes longer. I'm not sure. So things are stacking up in front of me and behind me. A little contact from Danny B, who's actually almost in the top 10. That is fantastic. We got Brendan stuck on the curb right here. And what if bumps the wall a little bit? They're 3 wide in front of me. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I want to do right here. This was actually the final restart right here. Was the that was the final caution of the race. Caleb Hoffman just freaking ran what if racing to the outside wall, and he's still doing that for every position. He did that to me. He Denny Hamlin'd me into turn 3, and I mean that. It already happened to me and many other drivers to the point where I was just so frustrated I didn't want to put up with it anymore, and like I was on edge. I was like, okay, like calm your horses, JC. Don't do anything stupid that you'll regret, because I'm like, we'll get around him. We'll be fine. I'm trying to pass him clean right here. At first I thought I was getting a good old run, but it's just lag and stuff. And he's still pushing what if racing out of the way. Rusty Walrus is getting his nose underneath me, and I bumped into him, and I'm like, golly, what the hell? I don't think I took the corner as aggressively as I should have taken it. But I was like, I kind of wanted to give him my bumper, but I was like, you know, he's too clean of a racer. It was probably an accident. He probably didn't mean to do that. So, you know, like, I could tell he was overdriving the corner because he just didn't want me to run him over, too. I mean, I wasn't going to. got a little too tight off, bumped into him a little bit, but completed the pass. This time going to turn 3. What If Racing is just tucked in behind Caleb Hoffman, and with 2 laps to go. Now, I can tell What If wants to make a pass, but he doesn't want to race him all dirty and crap. Not just yet, but I can tell he was starting to want to eventually. So What If Racing gets run on the bottom. We got 2 cars wrecking up here. Oh man, I just think back to what happened to Sloppy Joe. That was freaking horrible. Sloppy Joe was in 2nd place, and then he got like just lag spiked by the leader, Ed Soundhead, and that ruined his whole race. He wound up finishing like 8th or something. So yeah, Caleb Hoffman just freaking ran What If Racing over, and What If Racing did it back. And I was so freaking pissed that he did that to What If, like more than he had ever done it to me before, the point where I was like putting him into the outside wall, and that was about it. It doesn't look that bad on my end as it does on probably his end or anybody else that was able to see it. But what really looked bad was whenever he started spinning in my mirror and crap. I think he got caught on the wall or something. But we took home a 6th place finish. And the sad news is, maybe not so sad, maybe expected as well, is I've been suspended from the next race, Bristol, because of my actions in the final corner. While I don't regret what I did, I understand, like, you know, that's just a part of the rules is intentional wrecking. I didn't intend to wreck him, though. I just wanted to rattle his cage. Pull the whole fucking Dale Earnhardt line out of my mouth. With that being my 2nd consecutive 6th place finish, I move up to 5th place in the point standings, just 31 points behind Dale Reynolds, I think, our new points leader. And he has gotten 5 top 5 finishes, just all the first 5 races of the season. That is exactly the kind of performance I expected from him, and I'm betting on him being a real contender for the championship, and I think he might just do it. But then you got Ed Soundhead, won his 2nd win of the season. Congrats to him as well. He's just been handling the most pressure more than anyone else with races like Martinsville and the Roval, just narrow tracks, lots of bumping and banging, and yeah, it's just, these are his kind of places, I guess. And he almost could have lost Martinsville to Dale or Sloppy Joe, but I think Dale got a push from Joseph, and then Sloppy Joe, I mean, he just got lagged. And I mean, if that wouldn't have happened, who knows if Sloppy Joe would have won the race, but it would have been an amazing finish, that's for sure. So with not being able to participate at Bristol, I'm probably going to lose like 20 points in the standings due to my suspension. So I'm really not fighting for a championship anymore. 30 points in 7 races was looking rather doable, but 50 points in like 6 races, because I can't do the next one, that's looking a lot less likely. So I'm really just going to be out there for the remainder of the season to just put on performance, have some fun, try to win a race, just to help out my channel, get some kind of recognition. I'm just out there to have that 18 car, the M&M Skills. We all need our M&M Skills car somewhere in there. And, I'm glad to be the guy with that sponsor in mind. But yeah, so once again, congrats to Ed Soundhead on winning the race, and then Dale on taking the points lead. Hope you all guys have a fun time at Bristol. Caleb Hoffman, fuck you, just kidding. See you next time. That's that, and race recap over.